Everybody, welcome back. We're doing another Marvel Future Revolution video, another in our beginner series. This time we're going to talk about inventory management. Anybody who might be struggling, not sure what to keep or where to put things, or should I expand or not? Should I spend crystals on that? I'm going to try to cover that in this video. If you're new to the channel, check out the Discord link in the description below. It helps follow along with the community, the content. It's the easiest way to chat, to be honest, at least that I found. Hammer down on that like button if you'd like. And notification bell, subscription button, all that kind of thing. All right, so let's check this out.
Bring me WolverThor!
Okay, so for our beginners videos, we try to keep it generally simple and generally short if we can. So we've got the inventory here on the upper right. We've got our simple bag. We've got several different sections here. This part, you know, as far as expanding, you can see I'm at 150 and I could, you know, still go another 150. I'm not expanding my crystals that much. I found that 150 isn't bad. Overnight, I do cap out. And when I do overnight AFK farming, I've got a separate video about that stuff. I do end up filling up with all my badges, so maybe it might be worth it to expand that a little bit. I don't know. But I find that 150 works pretty decently. I keep, you know, all the normal stuff in here with my raid mats. I've got my potential in here. I've got a little bit of enhancers. I've got some more of the raid stuff, some portals, and then the converge gem. I keep my Uru, my main regional gear on Widow. I've got these Omega points. I could actually throw those in storage or on an alt, which I'll get into that in a second. But I don't. And then, you know, obviously here, I just let it fill up. I don't keep any cores on my character at all. I want to save that for other spots. Now, you might be like, why do you have 56 pieces in here? I normally don't. I'm about to go enhance some gear, so I've got a bunch in here. A lot of this stuff I normally have in my general storage. You can see I've also got some items locked for this gear because this is a piece that I actually don't, I want to make sure I don't necessarily merge at this point. It's going to be something I test as I build up to see if I can get a little bit better with those stats, because I liked where it was at before, even though this one, I'm not sure I like that one. But as far as the actual general inventory, I'd say get at least 150 in my mind. I think that's your best. These are the type of things I want to keep in there. Anytime I get new pots or anything like that, put it in storage. I don't leave a lot of stuff here. I don't leave a lot of my regional mats here. I only have the highest enhancers on my main character. I also don't store any of my badges in here, okay? So the question now is, okay, well, where do you store stuff, right? So obviously, inventory management also includes our overall storage. So we've got the same 4 slots in our inventory that we already saw, and then we've got our storage. So you can start seeing what I might have in storage. I don't have a lot in this first section. I don't. I have some enhancers, some mats, some pots, that's it. Now, I do have a ton of badges. All right. So the reason I have all these is because every time I had a new threshold on an alt, you know, every 10 levels or so, I come in here and I look at the badges that they can wear for that new threshold. Now, you don't really need a lot of, I'd say, like Kingpin, anywhere from like level 20 to 40, you know, because you should have good Omega cards that you can throw on them. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that necessarily. But I have a ton of these. Now, I will clear out a ton of this space once I get a little bit more characters to level 100. But for the time being, I wanted to make sure I had all bases covered with all my different types. And like you can even see here, like, why do you need so many 5s at level 90? I don't. I could easily take care of those. I just personally haven't gone through and cleaned this up in quite some time. But I do like having my storage for a lot of that. So it's up at 250 at this point. I don't think I need much more because I really need to clean this section up. And like I said, as I get my characters to level 100, I'm only going to need, you know, 70, 80, 90 badges, and they'll be on those characters. And so then I really just need to save stuff for when they insert new characters into the game and bringing them up. So that's why I've got most of that in there. Cores, I actually keep my cores in storage. Great. Now the gear, I only use Black Widow stuff because she's my main. I drop that in there. I have unlocked the items like my regionals because I know I can see the glow. I know it's there. I'm not going to bring those to inventory to go ahead and you know, squash them or combine them. So I think 250 is pretty solid. You know, cores I dropped there. Again, badge is going to take up your most. Once you clean that up, you're sitting really pretty with your storage. You can probably put all kinds of your alts gear in here and stuff like that. One other tool or tip that I'd like to say is use your alts. They have storage. You don't need to build those storage up, but use it to drop mats on. I know that some of my other characters, I was holding all my regional gear on them because it's like I'm not bringing that character up. I don't play it that often. Let's see what I have in Captain Marvel. All right, so looks like I have some regional gear in here. Looks like I've got now some potential. Like I should drop that into my storage, right? I have lower level enhancers. I need to drop all this Convergium into my actual storage and get it onto Widow. I like to do stuff like that. Badges, that's her main ones, and I just gotta squash the rest of the stuff. Cores, same type of thing. Sometimes I'll drop my cores onto alts and have that storage fill up. Their gear, since they're alts and I level them, I leave their gear within here. I just try not to let it pile it up, so that way I can just merge it together and get, you know, I try to get 3-ish stars on my alts, maybe 4. I don't know. I don't want to use the Convergium on stuff like that, but I love using alts for their like inventory as additional storage. I just think it's a good idea. You know, you're not going to be on your alts all that often, or at least depending on how you play, I suppose you could be. But even if you are, you're not going to be getting all that much stuff that's going to fill up your inventory. Again, the gear, looks like I have a couple extra cores probably from Quest, stuff I need to dismantle. Some stuff I should also throw into storage. So, you know, and that is a thing here. So like I'll go in here. So storage, it's like, yeah, she got all this stuff. Not card storage. I'll get that in a second. It's regular storage. I'm looking for this. Drop it. And then even all these Convergiums. It's like, all right, get that stuff in there. All right. You know, I'll come back and get some of these particles at some point, but you know, not right now. No. Right. So that's the way I like to do the inventory management for my characters. I think it's, you know, the best thing to do. You don't get a lot of slots. It'll save you crystals. I don't know. What do you think? Do you have ways to do it a little bit better than what I've got it? How are you kind of managing that? What are you doing to make sure that you don't get too full and you're not spending too much crystals on, you know, expanding every one of your characters' inventories? Because that's this type of stuff like I definitely don't want to do, right? You know, it's like I don't want to fill that stuff up. But you know what I do want is I want some of this stuff on my on Widow, right? That stuff is key for sure. So anyway, that's all I got. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Hammer down the like button, click notification bell, check out the Discord link in the description below. Subscribe if you'd like. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.